All right, Thanksgiving and the Christmas holiday season are almost here. Tens of millions of Americans will be traveling. They say it's going to be the most traveled American holiday in history. Wow. And guess what? Tens of millions of Americans will end up sick. Dr. James Thorpe, Chief of Maternal and Prenatal Health at the Wellness Company, joins us to give us insight on how to stay healthy this season. Doctor, really good to have you on, my friend. So we're going to have, I think they said 81 million Americans will travel this season, a new record. Every time we get on an airplane now, are we susceptible to picking up some virus that someone else has on, in row 26?
Well, we are. And thanks for having me back on. And I think that we as Americans should not curtail our travel, but we should be prepared.
And the way to do that would be, we talked to the Wellness Company, there are ways to prepare. I have another, I just read this yesterday, this morning. There's a new strain of bird flu that an American, a human being, has now. First time it's ever jumped to human. Should we be concerned about that? I believe it's H5N5, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. I'm not, I don't think we should at all worry about that, but I think we should take the usual precautions. First and foremost, get your vitamin D levels up to the upper therapeutic level, which is 80 or 90, not 30 or 40. We have a variety of really important preparatory preventative products that you should be aware of. I'm still in active clinical practice. I travel in airports all the time. I'm in the hospital all the time. We have an incredible nasal immune mist therapy. I take it with me wherever I go, and an oral mist therapy. So in order to get an upper respiratory tract infection, you have to go through the nose or the mouth, and you have to achieve a critical number of pathogens on the tiny cilia, hair follicles. Those are completely wiped out. You'll knock off all the diseases through the upper respiratory tract if you just do that simple spray technique on both nostrils and in your mouth. I do it several times a day when I'm among crowds and at the hospital.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So what are the medications we should keep on hand as we enter the holiday season? Because a lot of people do get sick during the season.
Well, as the old saying goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And if you do get sick, the earlier you start, the better. So, for example, the emergency medical kit is a terrific cadre, 8 different prescribed, potentially life-saving medications that every American family should have on hand. And you can get that through the Wellness Company. Those are prescription life-saving drugs. We have several other kits that are also appropriate. The Contagion Kit is another kit with multiple potentially life-saving prescription medications. Every American family should have these 2 kits in addition to the prophylactic preventative measures that I spoke about.
Indeed. And the season's upon us, and it's going to get crazy out there, doctor, with all the crowds and airports and bus terminals and train terminals and whatnot. Sir, Dr. James Thorpe of the Wellness Company, appreciate your support of RAV. And by the way, your kits are amazing. They're awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me. Have a good holiday season, Eric.
And we'll see you again before that, I'm sure. Thank you, sir. All right, our next guest, a geopolitical advisor and strategist who served as a senior staffer to 2 Republican members of Congress. Happy to have Reena Shah back on the show. Reena, can we go through this whole Saudi contingent? Mohammed bin Salman came over. There was a huge welcome, open arms. There's a trade deals going on. I think he said he committed to $1.2 trillion in investment in the United States. This relationship seems pretty rock solid. What's going on with China, though? Are they getting in bed together, Saudi and China?
Well, look, yesterday, President Trump and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman just turned the page big time. With that pledge from Saudi Arabia of nearly $1 trillion in investment into our country, that's $1,000 billion flowing into American jobs, American tech, and American workers not China's. And so that's really big there because supposedly Trump's deal making is going to literally bring the money home. Now, in his first term, there were also similar promises that didn't really come to fruition. So I'm waiting for this to materialize.
So again, I pose this question to Gruber at the top of the hour. Are we comfortable selling Saudi Arabia F-35 jet fighters, some of our best technology in those jets?
You know, it was a one-day upgrade, Eric. Trump upgraded Saudi Arabia to major non-NATO ally status by greenlighting these F-35 stealth fighters for them. I mean, those are top-of-the-line jets that only our closest partners get. I think the real question is, why did he do it? And look, if I'm a betting woman, I would say it's because a very strong Saudi Arabia keeps Iran in check without one more American boot on the ground. This is the sort of peace through strength that Trump campaigned on and promised these many months.
Yeah. Reena, I want to hold you over the break because I want to bring in your thoughts on where we are with Israel. All of a sudden, Israel, we've got to focus on Saudi Arabia. Israel's kind of, are they now the proverbial red-haired stepchild of the family, of the Trump family right now, or they're being forgotten? But let's do this after the break. Reena, stay with us if you can. Folks, we'll be back 2.5 minutes.